Some actors spend years climbing the ladder, but these legends made history the moment they stepped on screen. Their very first performances weren't just good, they changed the game. Let's count down the top 5 Hollywood icons who redefined. Fame from their very first role, Barbra Streisand's screen debut in Funny Girl 1968, wasn't just a great first performance, it was a cultural moment. She brought Fanny Brice to life with a voice that could shake theaters and a presence that demanded attention. Streisand wasn't the typical Hollywood beauty, and that's exactly what made her unforgettable. She radiated confidence, humor, and vulnerability, balancing powerhouse vocals with genuine emotional depth. Her performance earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress, an extraordinary achievement for a first-time film star. It wasn't just that she played the role well, it was that she redefined what a leading lady could be, off-screen. Streisand's debut marked the beginning of a career driven by bold choices and unapologetic individuality. At a time when women were often typecast or silenced, she took control of her image and her artistry. She was a singer, actress, director, and producer, all in an era when women in Hollywood rarely held that kind of power. Funny Girl wasn't just a film, it was a launchpad for a legend. Streisand's first role showed the world that talent, determination, and self-belief could break through any mold. From that moment on, she wasn't just in the spotlight, she owned it. Dustin Hoffman's debut in The Graduate 1967 turned the idea of a leading man on its head. With his awkward charm, uncertain voice, and expressive eyes, Hoffman brought Benjamin Braddock to life in a way that felt fresh and painfully real. At a time when Hollywood heroes were polished and confident, Hoffman's character was hesitant, confused, and deeply human. His performance struck a nerve with an entire generation, capturing the anxiety of young adulthood in a changing world. The Graduate didn't just succeed, it became a defining film of the era, and Hoffman was suddenly at the center of a cultural shift. Before The Graduate, Hoffman was told he didn't have the looks to be a star, but he proved that talent could outshine appearance, and that depth mattered more than surface. His debut wasn't flashy, it was honest, layered, and magnetic. Hoffman didn't just act. He embodied the discomfort and rebellion of his time. That breakout role opened doors for unconventional actors and helped redefine what Hollywood audiences expected from a leading man. With one unforgettable performance, Dustin Hoffman showed that realness could be riveting and that the most unlikely faces could make history. Ingrid Bergman made her American debut in Intermezzo, A Love Story, 1939, a remake of her Swedish film Intermezzo, 1936. With her natural beauty, graceful presence, and subtle acting style, she captivated audiences immediately. At a time when Hollywood favored dramatic flair, Bergman brought quiet strength and emotional realism to the screen. Her role as Anita Hoffman, a young pianist torn between love and integrity, showcased her ability to express deep feeling with just a glance. Critics praised her authenticity, and her performance stood out in a sea of artificial glamour. Bergman didn't just arrive in Hollywood, she elevated its standards. Unlike many imported stars, Bergman refused to change her name, alter her appearance, or adopt a fake accent. She stayed true to herself, and that honesty resonated. Her debut laid the foundation for one of the most respected careers in cinema, including unforgettable roles in Casablanca and Gaslight. But it all began with Intermezzo, where she proved that subtlety could be just as powerful as spectacle. Ingrid Bergman's first impression wasn't loud, but it was lasting. She entered Hollywood with quiet elegance and quickly became one of its most enduring and admired icons. Shirley Temple made her film debut in Stand Up and Cheer, 1934, at just 6 years old, and instantly became a national sensation. Although she had appeared in a few short films before, this was her breakout role in a major studio production. In a time when America was struggling through the Great Depression, Temple's charm, dimples, and infectious optimism gave audiences a reason to smile. Her role in the film wasn't large, but her song and dance numbers stole the spotlight and captured the hearts of viewers across the country. Hollywood took notice, and Fox quickly signed her to a long-term contract that would make her the biggest child star of her generation, following Stand Up and Cheer. Temple starred in a string of hits like Bright Eyes, Curly Top, and Heidi, becoming a symbol of hope during hard times. But it was that first joyful appearance that launched her into the spotlight. Temple's appeal wasn't built on spectacle, it's her natural ability to connect with people, young and old. Her career began with a simple smile and a tap dance, but it changed the role of children in Hollywood forever. She became not just a star, but a cultural icon, starting with a debut that lit up the screen and lifted a nation's spirit.